M to the A to the double T. It's Matty Boy.
Hello, mate. You're right. How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm so well. It's jolly. It's Christmas time.
It's Christmas time. It's time for the Christmas wildcard.
Yes.
Woo.
Honestly, I'm so excited. So excited.
Oh, I am too. And do you know who is currently equally excited and jingling his bells as we speak?
Who? Forrest, to tell. Pray to tell.
We have got our good friend over the other side of the tiny little world pool. It's nice camera run. It's Leigh. Hello, Leigh.
Hey.
Morning, guys. How are you going? And yes, you are indeed correct. My bells are jingling for this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it is. It's an early one for you again, Leigh.
Yeah, there's nothing at 5 o'clock in the morning to be right here with you guys. Premiere podcast.
Oh, mate, and you know, not to snitch, but he is currently drinking alcohol in a coffee. So if anyone can provide this guy some help, he really needs it.
Yeah. If you would like to help, you can donate to the podcast.
Oh, genius. But let's go, I think, straight in and let's roll with the titles and get ready for today's podcast where we're covering The Nightmare Before Christmas. And we're back. Nightmare Before Christmas. I'd never watched it. Had you two watched it before?
I'm shocked that you've never watched this before.
How? How haven't you seen this? Do you have a childhood?
Do I have a childhood or a child? I don't have a childhood. I hope I don't have children, Leigh. Otherwise, someone's got some explaining to do. But yeah, no. I have to be honest. My sister loved it. I watched the first 5 minutes every time, and I was like, not my kind of scene. And then I backed out of it. And yeah.
Did you think it was too scary?
Aww.
Far too scary for me.
Too scary. So Leigh, in a couple of weeks' time, we're doing Krampus, which is the 2015 horror movie, and it looks brutal.
You're gonna have fun with that, aren't you?
It's gonna. Oh God, it's gonna be horrendous.
I wouldn't even attempt.
But this is like. I mean, so for me, I watch this every year. I grew up watching it. It's like, it's there with like Home Alone for me. You know,
And it's Santa Claus.
Yeah, 100%. It's wrapped in with all those classic Christmas movies. And to be honest, when it first came out, I was only 3, so I had no idea. But like, I think I first watched it when I was about 6. And even then, I didn't really find it that scary. I was just really intrigued by the animation. Like, the way it looked was incredible. And watching it again, it brought back all those nostalgic feelings and stuff. And it's the 30th year, isn't it? It's the 30th anniversary.
Yeah, 30th anniversary. And even the songs. Like, the songs are catchy too, and they stay in your head.
Yeah.
I find
100%.
myself, I'm always looking up the album when it gets Christmas time. I'm like, no, before Christmas.
The first 15 minutes I find a tough watch for this film because I think it struggles to find its identity and quite what on earth it's about for the first 15 minutes.
Wait, what are you talking about? It's a musical.
It's a musical. And this is Halloween. Fab. Great.
Yeah.
Got that.
Everybody make a scream.
Okay, all right, you two are looking at me like that means fucking anything, mate. just singing This Is Halloween. Great, brilliant. Yeah? Okay, understood. I'm an avid watcher now, mate.
That's the film.
Yeah, well...
It tells you the first 2 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Okay, yeah, Um,
Do you want me to do like an acting through song monologue right now, the lyrics?
Please.
Do you want me to...
Oh yeah, lovely.
Right,
Go
so
on.
the chorus. All right, here we go. So I'll do it. I'll try and do it like dramatically, but without singing. Okay. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween. Everybody make a scene. Trick or treat till the neighbours gonna die of fright. It's our town. Everybody scream. In this town of Halloween. How can you tell me that's not telling a story, Forrest?
Yeah, okay. What story is that telling?
It's saying this is our town. This is Halloween.
And therein lies my argument. That is not a story. That is a fact. Yeah, he's like, I don't open my front door and go, this is my house, this is my house. What a story, what a place to be. This is my house, nothing's going on in here, but this is my house for free. Yeah, come on,
See,
man.
that's a story.
Is it? Well, you two are fucking... If I ever hear either one of you tell me that something you watch doesn't have enough of a story, She-Hulk, I'm going to go mad.
Oh God, this is She-Hulk.
This is She-Hulk. Yeah, okay, all right. I consider myself defeated on that point then. I think what would be good, because we haven't had any film synopsis, because we haven't done a film for quite a while actually.
No.
I mean, at the point that this comes out, I think we'd have just done one, but hey, as we record, we haven't. So Leigh, do you want to read us a synopsis? You're absolutely not prep Leigh for this. Frantically googling some film.
I've got my notes, but not the basic synopsis of the movie. The fact that you should have watched this earlier.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Oh my God. But not me. Every time I write,
while we're waiting, dear Forrest, check your mic, my friend. Leigh, did that sound weird when he just spoke?
It did. It sounded like you.
It sounded like he was a robot.
He was trying to go.
Matt just hates my microphone every time. Is it
It's
bad?
doing it. No, it's still doing it. It's going,
Yeah.
no, that's what it's doing.
Is that any better?
No.
No,
Sounds like
it
you've had
sounds
helium.
like you got wind. You got wind through your mic.
Is that better?
No.
Oh,
let's take a quick break. Let's go straight to adverts. I want to know what kind of adverts we've got. I'm so intrigued. Quick. Okay, we're back from those lovely early adverts because we couldn't wait for them. Leigh, hit us up with that synopsis.
All right. All right. Jack Skellington, the king of Halloween Town, discovers Christmas Town, but his attempt to bring Christmas to his home causes confusion. As it for IMDb.
Wow.
That is so short.
That is
And
really quick.
This is we're really building up to this classic movie that's just completely timeless, and it's just
yeah.
And we've got a very short synopsis, and Forrest has already shot on the first 15 minutes.
That's true. Actually, I forgot how short this movie was.
Yeah, it's really short.
I thought it was longer. I was like, oh, an hour and 16 minutes.
That's really short, isn't it?
Yeah, like that's a quarter of Endgame.
Do you know we reviewed? It's funny actually because we did The Corpse Bride about a month ago, in our last bout of wildcard movies, and that's brilliant as well. But that was a short movie as well.
Thea loves a short movie.
I'll go on mute. You carry on.
Brilliant. But so far, so good for this podcast. It's out. We've absolutely nailed this podcast.
Yeah.
But yes, it's a short one.
It's only an hour and 17 minutes for Corpse Bride.
Hour and 17 minutes for Corpse Bride.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but even so, this is what I couldn't understand with the first 10 minutes, Lee, is that there's so much dilly-dallying around in Halloween Town, or wherever they are, that actually it's like, can't we just go straight into Jack finding Christmas Town? Like, what's the song that he sings to himself about? Why is he singing to himself for?
He's singing to himself because he's lost, because he's done the same thing every single year, and he's expressing it through song with his cute dog.
All right. Okay.
And somehow he breaks off his own bone, and his ghost dog can pick it up. That's sentimental.
It's okay. All right. You've absolutely made me do a U-turn there. What a fantastic opening 10 minutes here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well,
Do you want me to do some acting through song for the first song, which is called Jack's Obsession? I think.
Jesus Christ, yes. This is the feature nobody asked for.
I didn't know this was a singing. I didn't know this was a singing episode. Huh.
Come on in, Matt.
Oh no, it's not. It's not. I think it's the townspeople that do this bit. But anyway, I'll wait. I'll do it now. Wait. It's going so well. Okay, wait. Now I'll do it. Okay. Something's up with Jack. Something's up with Jack. Don't know if we're ever going to get him back. He's all alone up there. Locked away inside. Never says a word. Hope hasn't died. I've said that wrong. Something's up with Jack. Something's up with Jack. See?
This is slightly later on, so this is after he's been to Christmas Town, this isn't it? So he locks himself up because he's thinking about how can I bring Christmas to the people of Halloween City or wherever he is. And from this moment on, it's enjoyable. It's your classic story of person who decides that the town or city that they are overseer for needs a change. People aren't keen on change, don't quite understand the change. Have a little bit of a protest, riot of the change. They overthrow the mayor because of the change. And then in the end, for no real reason, the change occurs and Santa's back. It's just a typical story in that sense, Leigh, really.
Oh, well, the townspeople are excited for it because they think it's horrible.
Yeah.
So they're all for it. They're all for this whole change. Want it. Yeah, once Jack turns it around at his town speech, Santa Claus is horrible and has claws.
And they call him Santa Claus. Like that.
Yeah.
But the witches aren't, right? Because the witches absolutely screw him over. They give him all presents that are going to kill and eat people, and
but Jack approves it though. Jack approves it all though. He thinks it's normal presents.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's being fooled into thinking that. They don't show him. They're all boxed up. So he's like, okay, they've done their job. They've given me the presents. We're sorting it. But actually, I think it's just a tale of absolute town of rodents who fuck Jack over basically. And poor little Jack goes on this little trip, think, oh, this is going to be great. No, you're ruining people's lives because your town folk have screwed you over, buddy.
No, he's been taken over by a brand new thing, a new life. Yeah. He's gone, look, I'm the guy that does Halloween, and he goes through the Christmas store, and it's like, oh my God, what's this? Like, exactly, right? Classic song, right? And then when he comes back, he's like, oh my God, you guys, I've seen this amazing new thing. We've got to do this. It's going to change us in the town. And they obviously love him. It's like Jack Skellington is like the Tony Stark of the MCU, right? So, he's got, everybody will listen to Tony Stark. He's the one that's coming up with innovative ideas. This is what Jack does for the town. And obviously the mayor doesn't know what he's doing. He relies on Jack.
The mayor, he says it. He's like, I'm only elected official. I can't make choices on my own.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I mixed up. I was referring to Jack as the mayor there incorrectly because there is an actual mayor. So I probably slightly confused my message.
You can forget that May doesn't exist. He's useless.
He's just
He is.
He just appears to it. But yeah, I think it's for me. What I get out of the story, Jack, like you say, Jack's had gone. Oh, this is getting boring now. I need a change in life. You know, maybe he's hit his 30s and he's thinking to himself, "Crikey!" But you know, getting to that midlife stage.
Thanks.
Where Matt is basically, you know, nearly 40,
Nearly
and he's just
fucking hell.
and Jack
Wow.
he's going to need some change. He ends up in Christmas Town because obviously no one's bothered going through this magical tree with a tree on. So this is the first time he's encountered Christmas Town. And then he's going, oh, I love that. He's brought it back to his town. And then this bit, I see the rest of the film is he comes in and goes, right, guys, let's do this. He has that whole town's meeting, doesn't he? And then the town are like, oh, hang on a minute. What's Jack trying to do here? You're messing with a fantastic formula here, mate. So they've gone, well, okay, we're hearing one thing and we're going to give you a shower of shit instead.
A shower of shit.
And then the poor Jack gets bombed, mate. And you watch him get like absolute.
He does.
It doesn't work out, does it? It doesn't work out. Like, he has good intentions. His intentions are completely pure. It's not like he's not doing it to be like the Grinch. Like, you know, the Grinch,
No, it's not Grinch.
steals Christmas, but Jack doesn't steal Christmas.
Yeah.
He just wants to emulate it and bring it to his town. And it doesn't work because he's not that he's not Santa, you know. And that's why he learns his lesson.
Yeah.
And he says at the end, he says it when he's in his last song. He's like, "I am the Pumpkin King."
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm gonna next year is just gonna be so different."
Yeah. He also took Santa Claus's job. It's a bit like, you know, it's a bit like going to someone's office and just sitting at someone else's desk and going, well, you know, I quite like what they were doing, so I'm going to try and do it a bit better. It's like,
You have a really nice job. This is really comfy. I'm going to take it. Here. You can stick in this bag with these 3 children and go to this creepy man who sings at the bottom of a treehouse. Who's also a gambling man.
Yeah.
Basically, all the characters are vile. You know, that's basically what have we got a? I tell you, the character. So the other thing, Sally, played by Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
aka
Moira.
Schitt's Creek, Moira.
Yeah.
David. Now, I am big Tim Burton fan, and that kind of juxtaposes the last 10 minutes of my rants, to be quite honest. But I am a huge Tim Burton fan. However, I would argue that this is the most terrible way of interweaving a half-assed love story into a film I've ever seen.
It's not, but it doesn't. It's really interesting because it does become romantic at the end, and I kind of, I kind of agree because it isn't really threaded through, and they're apart for about 2/3 of the movie, doing their own plot, and she just kind of like then interjects in that last kind of act. But I don't think they needed it, to be honest. I don't think they needed to.
Well, I think it helps Jack because now Jack has like a friend. Well, no.
Yeah, he's
or
not
has
alone.
He's not alone, and that was his first bit of his song after he leaves the town. He's like, they'll never understand. I know I need someone or something like that. But yeah, it's funny because it's like, how long has she been in this town and you're only really noticing her now?
I found it was very odd. Like you said, Matt, we don't see them together until almost at the end, and then suddenly we're supposed to believe like, oh my god, yeah, you were here the whole time, and now I'm all over your ass. So it was very odd. I don't know. I didn't really enjoy Sally's character because it didn't feel interwoven with the bigger plot, you know. It would have been, I would have preferred it if Sally had another reason why she would. Maybe she, and she does come in at the end a little bit, but she also gets trapped by the bogeyman. So she, she doesn't really conquer she doesn't even conquer that bit. To be quite honest, it requires Jack coming to save them. So I think I would have preferred if Sally had maybe Sally was trying to correct the wrongdoings of the town. Like Sally maybe Sally ends up in Christmas Town at the beginning and kind of knows the right way, the method and right ways of it. And then we try and see Sally right the wrongs. That would have been a bit better. I think would have given her more of a role.
Bit more to do. I guess you also to your point. If a woman gave me a bottle that came into a heart-shaped thing when I opened it, I probably would follow that woman too if she was at the base of my house giving me a dead fish too. I probably wouldn't have just gone, oh, cool, Christmas! So Christmas is really cool.
Yeah, sorry, I've just got...
What do you think, Peggy?
I've got a house guest. I've got a guest on the... Oh, babe, that not on the screen. Come on now. She does it. She likes scratching her head against anything, and now she's doing it against the screen. It's quite that's an expensive thing to scratch your face on there, babe. Yeah.
Do we have favourite songs? Because I certainly do. I've got a couple of favourites.
Oh, what's this? What's this has to be my favourite.
100%.
And
100%.
Kill the Santa Claus, and then This Is Halloween.
Yes.
Which
So Kill the Santa Claus has got to be. I think it was one of the first. Yeah, it's got to be one of my earliest memories of musical theatre because I remember singing it as a kid a lot.
yeah.
So catchy.
I've only just realised that that was one of them, I think it was the red one. Shocker, one of them is actually Paul Rubin. I've only just
Oh yes, the late Paul
realised
Rubin,
that because I don't know how it came up on my TikTok, but they did when he obviously it must be a few years ago. They did a live concert of all the songs, and he was singing on stage, and I was like, bullshit. Oh well, you look at that. He was one of the voices of the kids.
Oh yeah. That's mad. I think Catherine O'Hara's songs are the ones that I forget, and I don't because when I even forgot Sally had a song like Sally's song, and it kind of feels like, I mean, there's so many. Danny Elfman is a musical genius. There's nothing. There's no two ways about that. You know when you're listening to a Danny Elfman score. And with this, in terms of its musical arrangement, it has... And this is why I find it really interesting, because obviously it's stop motion. Tim Burton really is inspired by German expressionism as well. And, sorry, I said that really weirdly, didn't I?
Easy for you to say that, mate.
Expressionism. There we go. It's not 5 o'clock here.
German expressionism.
It's beer o'clock. But it kind of the fact that they're like two minds of this kind of massive brain. They are one. When you think about Tim Burton, you think about Danny Elfman, and the fact that his music aligns so perfectly with any type of vision that Tim Burton has. And the music, I think, interweaves brilliantly with the music, with the movie, and how it kind of it has an aesthetic to it, it works with the visual and everything. I don't know. It's just there's something about it that genuinely I find quite I find new things every time I watch it in the music.
Little details, and it's actually Danny Elfman is the singing voice of Jack Skellington.
Yeah, and didn't he recently do, because they're doing a little concert, aren't they?
Yeah,
for the 30th thing.
And he was, I think he was on stage too. He was with all the rest of the gang that was still alive. Even the guy who plays Oogie Boogie was also there, singing his song.
That song's great as well.
Yeah.
And I think this is the thing. Like, I just have vivid memories of like that neon scene with the song, and it becomes because it's the whole color palette is so grey, it's so dark,
And neon,
and then all of a sudden, boom, yeah, you get into the to Oogie Boogie song, and then there we just got all these colors and vibrancy, but it's still dark and ominous and in certain ways scary. Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it.
and it's never really explained why he's down there either. Like, why is he trapped? But it seems like Jack does know, like, he's not meant to be in the town at all, or he's all meant to be locked away, and only the 3 kids are meant to look after him.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking of it last night. I'm like, I wonder why he's there. Now there's the town people, because obviously all those town people are just as horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with that, with the bogeyman, are we supposed to like kind of realise that is he the reason everybody is into Halloween? Is he like convert? For me, it felt like he kind of converted this town from being a normal one to like that's why everyone has these kind of intrusive thoughts about everything's got to be dark, miserable. Is it actually his world and we're all living in it?
It's not really explained, is it?
No.
But I can see that, like, you can, because obviously he's this anonymous creature that nobody really talks about. But if you're down to his lair, you're fucked, like, kind of thing.
Yeah,
he'll eat you. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that is. I think. I wonder whether the boogeyman is jealous of Jack. Like, Jack's got all of this attention, and then the boogeyman just has to stay down there in his lair by himself.
Maybe, or maybe he was the original Pumpkin King. Like, he was the one who was doing Halloween, and then something happened and Jack overthrew him, and that's how he became king. And then he saved the town from Oogie Boogie.
Oh my god, there's a prequel in that.
Yeah,
there's a legit prequel there. Could you imagine? Like, you could have this kind of like the battle of the town kind of thing, like a little civil war between the boogeyman.
Because he says like, I don't want him involved. Leave him out of this. Like, you don't actually say why he's so bad, except he kills bugs and he's going to kill the girl you like and Santa Claus right there.
Yeah.
Right,
sorry, Forrest.
No. I feel, honestly, I've had Peggy's just gone to town on it, all of my wires. So she's absolutely.
I saw her chewing your headphones, mate, and I was like,
my
"Oh
God.
no!"
Honestly, I was trying. Sophie couldn't hear me. I was trying to shout for her. None of that got on got on mic though, did it?
I wish it did.
Was I muted? Oh, thank God for that.
Yeah.
But yes.
You were.
So you were saying about prequel, weren't you? What were the ideas for the
Yeah,
prequel?
like a little story going between kind of like this kind of contextual narrative between Oogie Boogie and Jack Skellington. Like whether there was this animosity between them.
Yeah, and I think it would be good to. Yeah, because we don't know anything about this town, do we? Really, and like as in the origins of the town would be good.
No, and the origins for all the holidays would be very curious. How
I would.
Do they all have? They all have trees. I'm guessing in every single world that you could go to.
Apparently, in that sequence where you go through all the seasons and you Jack's through the woods and you can see all the doors, when he peers through to the Christmas door and he looks and he has that reflection on the doorknob. Apparently, that was the longest thing that took to film and record to get an effective reflection in stop motion. That apparently that was the longest thing. But like, it would have been nice to see. I don't know, a little avenue into each season, how that would have looked. Yeah.
Well, we got the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And you mentioned a stop frame animation. That is incredible. It's always so much nicer to see traditional animation like that. And the artwork that has obviously been spent for years and years and years, and the newest one. So at the moment we've just had Chicken Run 2 come out, they've spent years on that sequel, and that's because they wanted to go down the same animation techniques that we used for the first film for the second film. It's not huge. I'm sure there are CGI elements, or maybe not, but there's certainly not a lot. So I think that's what's lovely to see about films like this, and certainly Tim Burton's style for the films that he does do of this, and it's great. I love it. I love all the wonky visuals, because you're seeing that it's all these drawn cartoons and animation.
It's what's so German expressionism. I can't say it properly. Expressionism. Is it sh? Is there a sh there?
Expressionism.
Yeah, there is, isn't there? Expressionism.
How you feel?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Jesus. Anyway. That the whole
say it again. He's going to say it again.
Premise of it. I'm trying not to say it. The whole premise of it is that it's supposed to make you unsettled, isn't it? With the uneven shapes, with its dirginess to it. It's meant to make you feel like you've got no balance, effectively. And again, it's every form. You can see it in Tim Burton. You can even see it in like Batman. When you watch Batman, it's all there. That kind of gothic feel. It's all part of the same IP. Yeah, Beetlejuice. Oh my God, what a movie! Like in terms of another Easter egg, there was so the snake that's in Beetlejuice. The big massive world, yeah. So there's a red and maroon version of that goes snakes around the Christmas tree whilst Jack Skellington's dishing out all the presents. There's also a Mickey and Donald Duck, I think, around a.
Oh really?
Around around the Christmas tree again. When the kids kind of they open up all their presents, somebody picks up like a weird looking Mickey Mouse. And just a wooden duck, which is meant to represent both of them, and then they kind of then wake up and scare the crap out of them.
Yeah.
But they're in it.
Yeah, as all the presents do, or eat them,
or eat them. Yeah.
I tell you what, though, that scene of the film is pretty terrifying. I mean, really. When there were the kids, there's a kid that turns round and you see like the shadow of the parents, and he's like, it's like proper free. Seeing that, if I saw that as a kid, I think I'd be massively freaked out.
It's only G. Like, it's not even like Australian rating. G, as this is perfectly friendly to show any kid at any age this film. I mean,
it's weird, isn't it?
Like, I don't know. Would you make kids watch Beetlejuice?
No. My kids watched Corpse Bride before we reviewed it, and they thought it was absolutely fine. But I'd be nervous for them to see Nightmare Before Christmas. But maybe they'd be fine. I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it?
The main character's a skeleton. Like, what's the it's fine.
Yeah. Mind you, actually, Hayley, when she's my eldest, and when we went to Disney, we went during Christmas about 7 years ago, and she was about 4 months old. We met Jack Skellington. So there's a picture with me and Rach and Hayley with Jack Skellington. It's like one of the most prized possessions. It's so lovely. He's amazing. It was incredible.
I got to be my hero.
Yeah. It was so cool.
Which, this film has such a massive fan base. You go to any Disney World, there is a massive merch for this film, and it's appeared in so many different mediums. And for a film that Tim Burton never wants to make a sequel or a remake or a prequel to ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I suppose from Tim Burton's perspective is that it is so iconic that the minute you add anything to that, you could potentially lessen the value of the initial. I think that when this Hocus Pocus 2 that they've released, for me, it's just a bit like, why did you bother? Like, just leave it. Like, I don't know what Hocus Pocus 2 would have ever achieved. Really, it's not gonna have the same level of exactly just financial means, but it's not got the same level. It's not going to be as iconic. So I do get it from Burton's point of view in regards to not wanting to tamper it.
No, and it's the same thing what the guys are doing with Back to the Future, because they have the distribution rights, and the credit rights. They don't want that to be touched, remake, or anything.
Yeah, I have a feeling that might happen at one point though, because I think aren't the rights. I heard something about the rights to Back to the Future. It's an odd one, I think. Like as in,
yeah.
I think at some point. Well, at any point, rights will go anyway, won't they? They'll be released after so long, but
I think it's the two directors. I think if they pass,
they
have to pass for the rights to be able to, because I think it's in their contract the fact that they have to have the sign off.
Okay, got you.
So as soon as they pass, Universal's going to be like, oh yeah, boy.
Because Back to the Future, I suppose what you could argue with Back to the Future is that what you could achieve on screen in the modern day would be really cool. You could argue that there is a good reason why those films could be remade, because actually there'll be an absolute spectacle, and there'll be things about the plot that can be shifted around and changed slightly. But again, will it lose the iconic?
I'd be really hesitant to watch like a remake of that, because in terms of trilogies, Back to the Future Part 2 is up there in my top 3 favorite movies of all time. Like it's without a shadow of doubt. Like I was obsessed with that trilogy. And I haven't even seen the musical yet, and I've been told to go and see it. And apparently it is amazing, and it is really great for those that are like dedicatedly massive fans of the original 3. But I'm nervous, nervous to see it.
I've seen it, mate. It is incredible.
It is.
It is incredible, and how they do the scene is just like really cool. Super cool, and they do. It is faithful to the movies. It's got the music. It's everything. It is really good. I think my worry and concern, in the same vein that they've done not Dear Evan Hansen, same way they did with Mean Girls. That I think what Universal could do is go, we're going to do a musical version, so it's not really the original. It's like it'll be like Back to the Future, but it's going to be a musical version. And I think that could be the worst thing. Yeah, that would be the worst thing they do if they just pump out a version of it that becomes a musical. It's not really.
No, that's true.
I know it before Christmas musical. If it hasn't already been done already, I'd go see that. I think that'd be perfect.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? I mean, with the success of Beetlejuice, the musical as well, like that music was incredible. It is so good. It would make sense.
This would be easy.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't done that. That seems like a really obvious. Again, has Burton blocked attempts for that to happen? Perhaps.
Everything I usually see, he says no film, no sequel, no prequel.
Yeah.
That's it.
I.e., next year you're getting a musical.
Right.
Yeah. Only thing I've left off that list. Let's bring it to the stage.
Yeah. But no, and and there was also with this film, I think in 2006 as well, which I forgot, they did the re-release, and a whole bunch of bands. So speaking of music, redid the all the iconic songs. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Marilyn Manson did "This Is Halloween." I think Rise Against did "Kill the Santa Claus," all for the 3D release.
It's. I remember because I was 16 when that came out, so that was at the height of my emo phase.
Yeah.
And I was very, very keen to listen to it. Yeah. No, I was a big fan of it. Forrest, were you an emo at some point in your life, mate?
It's on emo. listen. I love My Chemical
I
Romance.
could see with a little fringe. Like
Yeah,
this,
the
I've still got
fringe.
mine. It's just hiding.
Yeah, I love my. Yeah, I was a big MCR fan, mate. Huge MCR
Really?
fan. Bit of MCR, bit of I don't know. Would you class you and me at 6 in the same bracket? Probably not, eh?
30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah, 30 Seconds to Mars. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't part of the scene though. If you saw me, I'd just look like this, mate. So to be quite honest, you wouldn't consider me as part of your emo crew. But if I walked in there, be like,
no!
I was in heart. In heart, I am.
Yeah. I had a black heart and a fat exterior. So that was me. That's the name of my next album as well.
Yeah,
Black
right
heart,
there.
fat exterior.
Oh
my god!
A free T-shirt.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, overall though with this film, I think I enjoyed my first watch of the film. First 15 minutes, bleh. I think the town people are rotten bastards. They're poor old Jack, mate. And Sally was like, who is Sally? Let's have more justice for Sally, please. Let's have a bit more of a reason for her to be there, please, Tim. That would have been nice, mate.
What do you think of the little kids? Lock, Shock, and Barrel, which I'm pretty sure that's how they died.
Yeah, absolute bastards.
Little shits.
Matt.
Yeah, no, I like them. I mean, "Kidnap Santa Claus" is a great song. I think the kids, they kind of, I think they play the perception and the perspective of the kids that are watching the movie as well, I suppose. But I enjoy it. I think it's, if I was to talk about favorite roles, it's got to be Jack. I think it just there's just something really iconic about it, and I kind of love that Johnny Depp doesn't really have anything to do with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of like
it's the one project that he's not touched.
the one thing he's not in, and it's actually brilliant. So yeah, Jack Skellington's got to be my favourite.
Yeah, because it's pretty much after that, Johnny Depp's nearly in everything to do with Tim Burton.
That's the thing.
Which Tim Burton, my big misconception about this film is that Tim Burton directed this too. Tim Burton didn't direct it.
Yeah.
He did everything else.
Who was the director?
It was
Johnny Depp.
Johnny. Oh God, no.
Henry Selick.
Yeah.
Who also directed other films such as Coraline. He directed Coraline.
Yes.
That I always thought was Tim Burton, but it's not.
No, yeah. And he directed James and the Giant Peach as well. Wow. So he's directed some of Burton's best, mate. Wow.
But I always thought Caroline. I was like, oh, this is a Tim Burton thing. No, it's not. No, nothing to do.
Was Nightmare Before Christmas a story before the movie? Was it based off of any other material?
Well, actually, I do have that right here. So the Nightmare. So the Nightmare Before Christmas, it actually began as a poem.
Right.
Clement Clarke's 1823 poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas, is a more commonly referred to as The Night Before Christmas, thanks to the opening line. Towards the night before Christmas, Tim Burton grew up in South California, has said he was inspired by the collision of holiday decorations in stores as the season section switched from Halloween to Christmas. As he toyed away as an animator at Disney, he started work on his own projects too, including the poem turned stop-motion animation short Vincent and a parody of The Night Before Christmas, which include Jack Skellington and his dog companion Zero.
Okay.
So, because people take a long time to change their decorations in stores, you got a movie idea out of it.
Wow. Fair play. I mean, that's cool. That's pretty cool. I think Like it does feel like it's a really original story, but it's got to everything starts and is inspired by something else. Do you know what I mean? But that's interesting.
And also, if you go on Spotify and go listen to like all the songs, which I can't remember why, but the opening prologue is actually voiced by Patrick Stewart.
Oh wow.
That's mad.
Yeah,
Professor X, man. Here we go.
Yeah,
Look, there we
X
go.
is
Superhero
doing-
intertwined. It's all part of the same universe. There we go. It's confirmed, everybody. Nightmare Before Christmas is now MCU canon. Yes.
Patrick Stewart does the recording and the opening and closing narration for
Oh.
yes. Yeah. Just trying to look at these. And you're right. You're 100% right. The Mickey Mouse makes a cameo, and it is meant to be the doll, the flying doll.
Flying doll, yes.
Yep.
There we go.
So,
That was it.
Leigh, we have got to that point that we get to in every podcast where we go around and do our crisp rating. So, Leigh, which crisp and why would you rate the Nightmare Before Christmas?
I would give this an utter full bag of crisps for this film, because as much as like there's small little details that you could really nitpick, like to me this is just, it's short, it's a fun Christmas film. Yes, it would terrify your kids depending on the age of his Jack Skeleton, but I think it's just almost short, fast, and to the point Christmas story. And the things that we have nitpicked haven't been like utterly glaring that when as soon as you watch it you're like, oh, that's right, that annoys me straight away. Like when you watch She-Hulk. But every time I put this on, it's always a good experience, and I think it's one of those lightning in a bottle films that just doesn't need to be touched.
100%.
What flavour of crisp, Leigh? You have a particular flavour in mind, mate?
Oh, I don't know. It's a flavour to do with Halloween. Something tangy.
Pumpkin flavour crisps. Oh.
Yeah, pumpkin flavour. Even though it sounds horrible.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Could you imagine?
But all the ships are shaped as skeleton heads.
Oh,
Done.
nice. Oh, I like that.
And you could do Christmas or you could do Halloween, because this movie always has that same debate. Which, Forrest, because this is the first time you watched it, is this a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie?
Good question.
I would say.
If you watch this for the first time, first time without anything.
I would say Team Halloween. I think this is a Halloween film. I don't think this is a Christmas movie. Far too much of it is deep, dark, horrifying, and again, the townsfolk are a bunch of pricks. So I wouldn't want that in my Christmas movie. You watch Elf, you watch Santa Claus, you watch Muppets Christmas Carol. Okay, you could actually, there's only one massive dick and his name's Scrooge in that. So, I think it's too much nastiness, mate, and pettiness, and people taking other people's jobs, Matt and Leigh. So it's not festive. This isn't festive, mate.
You just miss. No, mate, come on, it's a Christmas movie.
It's not a Christmas movie.
I've got my Christmas tree's in the corner right there, right?
Yeah.
In the middle is a bauble, a Christmas bauble of Jack Skeleton's face. Just over there. It's a Christmas movie.
That doesn't argue anything, mate. I've got I've bunged an Easter bunny in my Christmas tree. That
Do you know
doesn't
what?
make Easter Christmas, mate.
Fine. Maybe my Christmas rating might change it for you. Okay.
Hit me up. And by the way, if you're about to play music, you know that I edit this in a way where you can't hear the music. So I'm going to have to upload this music separately. So thanks, mate.
It's going to be worth it.
Oh,
Okay. We ready? All right. So, Halloween is just finished. I'm eating my Space Invaders. And then I go, oh, you know what? I'm going to grab another bag. And in my bag is a bag of Walker's Pigs in Blankets limited edition crisp packet. Ooh, I'm feeling festive. I open up the bag and I take a little smell. Smells like Christmas dinner. I put my hand inside and I start to take that first taste. And as I do, Halloween turns into Christmas. Snowflakes fall upon my face. The chill is upon my nose, and I am titillated with the theme of Christmas. And I would give this movie a whole 10 out of 10 Christmas spirit. It's inside my bones. That's my rating. Boom.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That's
Thank you.
honestly, that's beautiful,
you.
mate. What a
Boom.
way to, that's made that hour and 10-minute film seem a lot lighter in tone and atmosphere.
That's all we needed.
That's what was missing. That's what I missed for you. You need Matt singing in the film to get that nice 10 out of 10.
That was it.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I reckon if Matt for Jack Skeleton would make this film, I'd be instantly Christmasified.
I'll take that.
Festive, yeah. Fantastic.
I'll take that. Yeah.
That was gorgeous, though, mate. That was lovely.
Thanks, mate.
I'll go for, just a normal review because I'm not a dick. But I think that...
Oh, here we go. Go on.
I'm going to say that this is cheese and onion. Because this is... I'm not a fan of cheese and onion, but there's a huge, great market out there that is. And this film is... I think it is Marmite. I don't think people were like, oh, I'm on the fence about this film. You're either like... Nightmare Before Christmas is my version of Muppets Christmas Carol, or you're like, nah, I'm not, I'd pass on this. I enjoyed my hour and 15, actually take out the first 15 minutes. I enjoyed an hour.
My hour.
And I enjoyed an hour. But I just don't, it's not for me. I don't like Halloween as a holiday. I don't like a village full of nutters. Jack tried to steal Santa Claus's job, so it's just all round just a horrible vibe. It's a horrible vibe, and I think to be quite honest, it speaks volumes for people who do enjoy it about their own personality. So it's been a joy, Leigh.
Gee, damn.
You just went 2-footed into my kneecaps, festive style.
No, but I will say the music is fab. The stop frame animation is incredible, and artists, creators that have any input into any of that, it's insane.
Yeah.
It is insane level of work, in insane like the specific nature of what they have to do, and yeah, it's incredible. Fantastic work.
Yeah, nice, cool.
Except for the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, except for the first. Yeah, you might as well have put the pencil down and left it alone. But yeah, it's all right. I'll get over it.
Would you ever watch this again?
Well,
good
how much are you paying me?
Wow.
No,
mate, that's unfair.
No, it is unfair. I would watch it. I would watch it. If I do have kids ever, and they go, Papa, would you ever mind so much if we turned the TV on and watched Nightmare Before Christmas? I'd probably say, have you watched a Muppets Christmas Carol first? They'll say yes, and I'll go, all right, you can watch this shit then.
No, let's watch that again.
I would 100%. I'll watch it again, definitely.
Yeah.
Good, nice. Right,
At least
amazing.
you'll do
There
that.
we go. Nightmare Before Christmas, done. Next week is Elf with Succulent Theatre. Leigh, thank you so much for coming back.
always a bloody joy, mate.
Always a fun time, guys, and any time. You know that.
We love your face,
4
man.
o'clock or 3 o'clock, I'm here.
Ugh.
I hope you have a fantastic Christmas yourself, Leigh, and a happy New Year, and much love to family and friends, mate.
Likewise, guys.
And we'll see you in 2024 for Deadpool 3.
Yeah, we will.
Finally. Finally.
Can't wait. We're getting there. But yeah, it's been an absolute joy. And we'll see you later.
Yeah. See ya.
What's this? What's this? It's music. What's this? What's this? It's my audition. Thank you. Cast me.